Okay, so very good evening, everyone. This is Yanu from Bollywood Couch, and thank you so much for joining us live. I would like to thank all our associates, our style partner Deval Jewels, makeup and hair partner Dishanu Bora, beauty partner Vedi, accessories partner Truly Mittila, community partner We, and food partner Indie Fair. It's said that if you can dream it, you can do it. So today, we have the gorgeous supermodel and actress with us who has walked a ramp for all the major designers in the country and for the international design houses such as Valentino and Fendi in India. She was also the worldwide face for Breguet watches and jewelry. As an actress, she is known for her roles in 16 December, Ladies vs. Licky Behel, Jodi Breakers, War, and many more. She also happens to be the first Assamese woman to make a foray into mainstream Bollywood. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's welcome Dipannita Sharma, the pride of Assam. So, let's see. Okay. Okay, so we are waiting for Dipannita to join us. I don't see her as of now. Okay. So team, if we can check with Dipannita once. Okay. I think she will be joining us soon. Dipannita, are you there? Please type something. Thank you everyone for joining. Okay, we are all waiting for Dipannita to join us. Okay, till Dipannita, what happened? Okay, could you please check for Dipannita to join us? Yeah, could you please check with her once? Okay, so, I think Dipannita is joined us. Yeah, hi Dipannita, could you please type something so that I can send you a request? Okay. Yeah, hi Dipannita, please type something. We are all waiting for you. Okay, that's nice. Okay, so I am just sending a request to her right now. Hey, hi.
Hello.
How are
Hi,
you?
how are you?
Very nice. You
How
look
are
very
you?
beautiful.
Thank you. I put some lipstick for you today.
Oh,
and,
that's so awesome.
and because we have
You look fab.
because we have all been
We can't hear you, dear.
wait 1 second. Why can't you hear me? Can you hear me
Yeah,
now?
I can hear you now. Yes, I can hear you now. Yes.
Okay. And you look lovely.
Thank you so much. Okay, so let's start the interview because there's a lot that we want to know about you. So there are a lot of things
Yes,
in the kitty. So let's start. Okay.
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
okay.
yeah. So we are very keen to know that from a supermodel, you have also created a niche for yourself as an actor. So please share your journey with us from modeling to Bollywood.
Wow, that journey, it's quite a journey.
It's
So,
a huge.
to summarize it in 2 3 sentences and keep it really short, I will try my best. Well,
Sure.
so yeah, modeling sort of happened while I was still in Delhi. I was in Delhi University. I was studying in the Prastha College for Women. I was doing my history honors, and I used to take part in college fashion shows, and eventually those college fashion shows sort of paved the way for a professional career. And it was wonderful here, in Delhi. The fashion world is even today, wonderful in Delhi, and I think very, very strong. I always feel the fashion world is stronger in Delhi than it is in any other city, even stronger than Mumbai. Then at some point, I started getting advertising calls, for ad films, skincare, a very big international skincare, which was in India as well, sort of signed me on as their face, and they were like, you should be in Mumbai because, it's easier to shoot. Otherwise we'll have to just keep bringing you back and forth. So I said, okay, not a bad idea. It's, let me check the scene out in Mumbai. I wasn't sure if I wanted to move to Mumbai. So I said, let me check the scene out. So I went there for 1 month in the beginning. Then then I came back. Then I went back again. So yeah, Miss India happened. All this happened after Miss India, actually, 1998. And then I started getting calls for film auditions. And again, these are things I wasn't sure I wanted to do films because I didn't know anyone. I didn't know anyone. I was comfortable as a model. I wanted to make a big name for myself in modeling first because it was my passion, and that was my first chosen career. Then I think I used to say no to all the auditions in the beginning. So I think eventually when 16 December came my way, it just sounded very interesting to me. And I said, okay, it does not sound like a typical, I'm just saying that at that time, there were a lot of typical sort of films being made.
The romantic ones, huh?
Yeah.
The regular
and
ones.
Yeah, correct. And I used to feel like maybe I don't think I can do that, So when 16 December came, I have to say the makers, Arunima Roy, who was the producer, was a very dear friend of mine, Milind, Sushant, Danny sir, they were all very helpful because I was a newcomer, And when I did the audition for 16 December, I said, okay, let me just do it. Let me do the audition. So I went for the audition. Then I went off for some shows and stuff, outside the city. I didn't have roaming. Those days, nobody had roaming on their phone. We used to call it roaming. So we didn't have all of that. I went on some international fashion show tour and all. Then when I came back, I had some 50 voice messages saying, are you not interested? You have been shortlisted. But I've still not been selected. I was shortlisted and I had to. So for 16 December, I did some 3 rounds of different auditions because they kept shortlisting girls, because they did a nationwide audition because they were looking for a new girl. And yes, eventually looked like I had bagged the film. Even after bagging the film, my producer now tells me, she's a very dear friend of mine, she says, you had said, I'm still not sure. I don't know if I want to do it. I don't know if I want to do films. So yeah, eventually I think I was convinced. I think I am very fortunate to have
Yes.
what, very different from what people expected of heroines or leads. I'm very fortunate. I'm very proud of it. And even after that, of course, I didn't do a lot of films because of this reason, by the way, because so many people used to ask me, oh, but you don't have a song and a dance in the film, So that was like a thing at that time, right? And do you know how to dance? And I would be like, I'm trained in classical dancing in Latin ballroom, but never mind, So yeah, there were a lot of people who judged me because of that film. The judgments, I think, even today, I think people just, there are a lot of people, I get a lot of love, and I'm very thankful for 16 December. There was a set of people who were very judgmental because of the fact that I took such a risky
not having
step.
A song.
And very risky for a heroine, to not sort of do a song and dance. But even today, I'm so happy. Today it's become a cult classic.
Yes.
Every year I get wished on 16 December, people say happy 16 December. People on the date of the release also, they wish me. So I think, I'm very proud of the fact that I started my film journey with that film.
Hmm. Wow, that's really amazing. It's really really amazing. So you mean to say you were already a supermodel and just acting actually it paved its way up to you. It just came by itself to you, or you wanted to go to it.
Okay, so here's the thing. When I was in college, I think I really wanted it because I was part of the fashion show team and all. I was very confident of the fact that, okay, I think I might try my luck in modeling and I might do well.
Hmm.
When it came to acting, I grew up doing a lot of plays. My mother and my Aita,
Oh,
my nanny, my
yes,
Aita used to
grandmom, yeah.
write plays. Yeah, she used to
Okay.
write plays. So my mom used to
Oh,
write. My mom still writes. She writes beautifully and
oh,
as me. So my
wow.
sister and I, we grew up doing all this. So it was not
Okay.
alien to me. I was
Yeah,
part of the
okay.
dramatic society also in school and
Hmm.
in college. So it was not something that I was afraid of or alien.
Hmm.
But I wasn't sure of the industry. Because I had
Hmm.
no precedence. There was no one
Okay.
from
Hmm.
Assam who had come and made a place in,
Yes.
Hindi films before that.
Yes.
Thankfully, my diction and everything was all right. But I
Hmm.
wasn't sure if I really wanted to step into that world. It's not just about acting, it is this whole
Hmm.
world.
Yes,
So yes, I
absolutely.
think I think in a way, modeling I had to do a lot. Even when I started modeling, I had to do a lot of auditions.
Yeah.
For all the choreographers in Delhi, and I had identified the choreographers I really wanted to work with. So I went and auditioned with Asha Vidyun, with Harmeet Bajaj, with Tanya Aparna, who were the topmost here at that time. And
Hmm.
women had a strong hold always in fashion. Women
Yes.
have a very strong and amazing place in fashion. So that gave me a lot of strength and confidence. And I think the confidence I got in modeling helped me you know helped me sort of pursue acting and get into it with confidence.
Yes.
And the fact that I had a place in a certain industry helped me pave
Hmm.
my way into it. Although I started my film career with a very offbeat film for that time. It was not,
Hmm.
what was being made. It was not a big
Hmm.
production house. It was not one big studio, but it made its place. So for me,
Yes.
that has always been important. I think that whatever I do, at least, I create my own path, make a place, you
Hmm.
know. So yeah, that's, I think when it comes to sort of struggle or whatever,
Hmm.
I don't believe that it stops at certain point. It's like
Yes.
you go from one to another. Every
Absolutely.
phase
Yeah.
there is struggle. Every
Yes.
phase there is a
Absolutely.
struggle. Every phase there are fights. Even today there are certain things that I was discriminated against when I was trying to step into films. After Sola
Hmm.
December, if you notice, I didn't do a lot of films for a very long time.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
I
Yes.
feel the
Yes.
digital era has opened up a lot of things because
Yes.
today it's open to a lot of different kinds of looks,
Yes.
different kinds of actors, and
Hmm.
my path, I think for me was that I continue to break norms. That was what I
Hmm.
thought. Let people say whatever. There were people who would keep saying too tall, too thin. For some people, oh, you are too nice for this role. You're too nice looking. Oh, you have too high cheekbones. There are all kinds of problems. And I understand a lot of times when a lot of actresses go through insecurities because there are
Hmm.
so many people who say so many things to you,
Yes.
every day to
Hmm.
make you not feel good. That's why so many
Hmm.
of them will go under the knife. Oh, I know
Hmm.
of beautiful actresses who went and did cosmetic surgery and lost all their looks. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Because you're constantly told that if you I also everyone so my answer has, or somebody told me, oh yeah, this part, if you get this part done na, then I think you will get more films. I said मुझे नहीं चाहिए, थैंक यू. और लोगों को अपने से इतना नाखुश नहीं होना चाहिए. You
Yes.
know, you should be
Yes.
happy with yourself. That's the
True.
only way you will make other people happy, through your
True.
performances. How are
True.
you going to do anything for the world if you're not going to be happy yourself with yourself?
Yes.
So for me, these things have been very, very important. And yeah, and I think putting my foot down for the right things,
Yes.
and choosing to do something that I want to do, like
Yes.
sort of my way,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
yeah. So that's sort of been what I want to
Wow.
yeah.
Wow, that's so nice. So acting wasn't a new thing for you anyway. So it's already in the blood. So you guys are already there since childhood. So that's very interesting, and it's very true. We should know how to handle the critics. We will always have critics in our life, and it is very important for us that we handle them in the right way, not to just go for everything whatever they say.
Always. So
Wow.
it's like the trolls, right? It's like the trolls
Mm.
nowadays. You know, we have
Yes.
trolling all the time now. And I wish, people were more sensitive and kind. But then this is the world we live in,
Mm.
I think. You have to
True.
take everything with a pinch of salt. Know
Yes.
yourself. Know yourself.
Yes.
People
Yes.
will tell you your nose is not okay, your ears are not okay, your chin is not okay. I will
Mm.
say everything is okay. I'm
Everything is
fine.
okay. Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm fine.
That's very
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Very true, very true. So that's very interesting. Okay. So
Oh,
nowadays, yeah.
I'm sending love to everyone. There are Rashmi, thank
Yes.
you. Jyotika, thank you. Thank you. So lovely. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, so tell us one thing that at tender age nowadays, the most of the girls they always want to be models. They get inspired by the name, fame, and glamour what a model gets. So would really like to hear from you that is ramp work really a cakewalk?
So thank you for the question, because I had actually done a TEDx talk on this. I had done one TEDx talk for IIM Ahmedabad
Okay,
for their
okay,
festival. And
okay,
I was invited by the students. So that was wonderful, actually, for a wonderful experience. And I've spoken about this.
okay.
I understand, I think, where this perception comes from, because our industry it's very glamorous. It
Glamorous.
looks, it's beautiful. It's all happy, shiny, sparkly. It's great that there are youngsters who aspire to be that, but you
Hmm.
must always keep it at the back of your mind that it is a lot of hard work. It is
Hmm.
not, something that you are going to achieve overnight. You will be rejected
Hmm.
in auditions. You will keep going for, your fashion week auditions. You will go for your ad film auditions. You will go for so many of them, and maybe, you'll crack some and some you won't. Sometimes, like, I
Hmm.
remember when I got my first big campaign came after over a year of my modeling, or maybe more. I was doing a
Oh.
lot of, yeah. So even for my ramp walks in the
Hmm.
beginning, I had to go for auditions, like I told you. So some
Yes.
designers liked me a lot, some choreographers liked me, some didn't like me in the beginning. So I got the ones that, who approved of me, which is all right. And I think you have to be so, uh, how do I say this? I know when you're young, you are so sensitive towards rejection, no? But this,
Hmm.
this is where I've seen a lot of youngsters getting so sad, that, nothing's happening. I think maybe nothing will happen. But rejection is really a part of this industry. Like, people
Hmm.
will, judge you on the basis of your work. People will judge you, acha, ye nahi acha laga, acha, that was nice. Okay, we'll think about it. Okay, we'll call you
Hmm.
back. A lot of waiting. You need a
Hmm.
lot of patience. Patience
Hmm.
is key, okay? And I
Yes.
I think I thank my dad a lot, because he was such a patient man, and I grew up seeing him with, he was like, I used to think he was like Buddha, in terms of
Oh.
comparison. I'm not
Hmm.
saying he was Buddha, but I'm saying in comparison, like the calm
Hmm.
and the patience that he had. I don't think I have even half of that. And he's no more. God bless his soul. And I'm so thankful for all that he imparted to me. I really learned patience from him.
Hmm.
And that really helps me, because you have to,
Hmm.
even when I would talk to him, he would say, hobo nahoy. You know, it was like, it'll happen, right? In Assamese, you say hobo nahoy.
Yes. Yes.
So I also think I got a lot of patience because of my upbringing and the place I grew up in. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying? Like we have a very calm demeanor back home. It really helps, you know. So in Mumbai, when everyone's just running and
So
dying to
busy.
go, yeah,
Yeah.
so busy. There were times when I would say, okay, I've done 3 shows, I'm so tired, I want a break for a few days. Like, you know, I remember, and that I'll tell you, that really helps because it's rejuvenation for your next, you know, next whatever
Absolutely. Yeah,
you're going
true.
to do. But yes, for youngsters, I really want to say, please, you must have patience, stay calm. I know in today's world is very different from what we were when we started. So I really, because the social media world is, you know, there's a lot of pressure when you look at the social media world, you know. You feel the pressure that, oh my God, she's doing so much and I'm not doing, you know, or he's doing so much, oh my God, am I lagging behind? I really recommend meditation to all youngsters. It really helps. And just be persistent, be consistent, stay focused. And I always say, there is no measuring tape, you know, for success. You will find your own success. You create your own path. Don't look at somebody else and say, I want that house, I want that car, and I want to be there. You will find your place. You find yours. Don't look at anyone else, you know.
Wow, this is lovely. You know, it's so inspiring and so truly said, you know, that we will, uh, we will, first of all, we'll always have rejections, you know, we have to know how to
Yes,
handle the rejections, and we have to
yes,
be patient and consistent. And of course, there is no measuring tape of success, you know. Everyone
yes.
will be always, there'll be always somebody who will be more than you or lesser than you.
And
So there'll be
somebody
always
less, yes.
somebody. Yes.
Correct,
So we have
correct.
to, yeah, we need to be with them and need to be us. And that is something very important
Absolutely.
to be
Yeah.
really successful. That's very
Correct.
interesting. Okay. So tell us that being from the eastern part of India, did you face any challenges in Bollywood? Because we have this accent, you know, we have the mother tongue influence always. So how did you manage with that?
Okay, so this I have to be very thankful to, I think, the surroundings that I grew up in. I grew up in Oil India Limited, which is part of, like, you know, Assam, and we were transferred from one place to another, and there were people and children from all parts of the country who came. Although we were in Assam, there were children from all parts of the country, and we would always meet in the club. There were a lot of people who spoke Hindi, you know, amongst us. And for some reason, I don't know, it's not like I was thinking about, you know, being a model or an actor in Hindi films or in this part of the country when I was little. But I have a thing for languages. I like listening.
Oh,
I like pronunciations. I like phonetics a lot, you know. Sometimes I
oh,
might not
okay.
understand the language, but even now when if I hear French, and if I hear Italian, I know it from the sound of it that this is French or Italian. So I
Oh,
have a thing, yeah, I have a thing for accents also. I did an accent in Ladies versus Ricky Bell also when I did the French accent. And that was actually my idea, which Adi Chopra approved and said, yeah, I think this is good, you must
oh,
do it.
this is
So for
nice.
me, Hindi, I like to pronounce things correctly, whether it is Ahomya, whether it is Hindi, whether it is English, you know. So Hindi for me, I'm glad that thankfully, my sister and I, we didn't have an accent while we were speaking in Hindi. And when I would study Hindi in school also, I was very interested that this is supposed to be said this way. And I'd listen to other people, you
Hmm.
know, saying it correctly. So maybe it was just part of homework which I subconsciously did. I don't know. But when it comes to language, it was never an issue. But yes, there were judgments because I came from a modeling background, you know. So there would, you know, sometimes in those days, the auditions also were sometimes not very nicely done. They would decide that,
Hmm.
acha, oh, you, yeah, you've done modeling na, acha acha, we'll let you know. Matlab, they have not even auditioned me, but they have decided that I won't be able to do it because I come from a modeling background.
Modeling background.
So I'll tell you one small thing here. If you notice, there are a lot of actors who are from the modeling background, but when they stepped into acting, they dropped the modeling bit. You know, they never talk about they never talk about,
Okay.
because people really judge you, you know. There are a lot of, if you think
Oh.
about it, there are a lot of top actors also actresses who are from the modeling background. They're very good actors, but because they will be judged, they
Yeah.
drop it. I got so, because modeling I feel has given me so much, I got into this, you know, zid that I'm not dropping this. Why should I drop it? So if you see my bios, you will see actor, supermodel, producer, entrepreneur, whatever it
Yes.
is. But model
Yes.
will always be there because
Yes.
it was the beginnings. For me, these are
Yes.
roots, you know. Can I ever forget Assam? No, Assam is my root. You know, Assam is my root. I carry Assam with me. Similarly, modeling is my root. It opened doors for me. For me, that's being rooted is very important. And I feel if you excel in something, why can't you excel in something else? Who said? I'm saying I will tell you. if I've been a good model, I have proved myself in acting also. So now you guys only decide, no, whether a model can act or they can't. Why should I
Wow. This is
drop?
so
Yeah,
inspiring.
why should I
This is
drop
so
modeling? No,
inspiring.
I'm never going to do
Yes.
it.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's very true. You know, you can never forget the thing from where you begin. You know, beginning is something very
absolutely.
important because it definitely connects to the roots. And I also
Yeah,
personally believe that if you forget the roots, and I believe that, you know, we say na, that the root should be deeper. That is when the tree grows taller. So, you know, that roots are very important, and this is very inspiring to hear from you. This is really
and
wonderful, huh?
I'm very proud of my roots, professionally or personally.
Yes.
When it comes to Assam, when it comes to modeling, I feel these are roots you should never forget, because if you forget
Hmm.
roots, I think you lose your way, really.
True, very true. Wow, this is very inspiring, and I'm sure all the audience have loved it because the hearts are all going up and up and up. So this is really
Thank you,
very, very
thank
nice.
you, thank you, Rashmi again.
Okay,
Thank you, Pranav. Thank you. Huh.
okay. So tell us one more thing, that being a supermodel, have you ever witnessed wardrobe malfunction, and according to you, how should one overcome it?
So, okay, there's one thing about wardrobe malfunction. My God, I remember when I think Carol had her major, Carol Gracious, when she had her major malfunction, you know, wardrobe malfunction. Poor
Yeah.
thing, she was so disturbed. You know, I was in that show and she came backstage and she was bawling. So it was
Oh.
not something that people do on purpose, you know. It's not
Hmm.
something the media a lot of times makes it out to be, you know, maybe someone did it for this and someone. I mean, why would you want to
Hmm.
do a wardrobe malfunction yourself on,
Hmm.
you know, on the ramp when everyone's watching you? No, these are accidents that happen. A lot of times designers might have,
Hmm.
you know, like I know this girl, and I think this has happened to me, that I had a zip on my outfit and the zip burst. Now, would I
Oh.
do it myself? No. So I
Hmm.
hold on to it. You make it look elegant. You put your hand on in the area where you don't want it to
Hmm.
be seen. You do your pose, but you must finish your walk. You must
Hmm.
always finish your walk. You don't run away from there. You know. So
Yes.
it is. You have to do it with dignity. And I
Hmm.
wish people stopped judging the person on who the wardrobe malfunction has happened, because she is actually a victim of the wardrobe malfunction. She has not done it herself, you know what I'm saying, or
Hmm.
himself, whichever way.
Hmm.
Once
Hmm.
my shoe came off in the middle of my walk, you know, my shoe just came
Oh.
off, and yeah, and my shoe came off. I walked a few steps, I came back, I got into my shoes, I posed, I finished my walk, and everyone clapped, because you know it.
Wow.
I think it takes a lot to keep your composure.
Hmm.
When you are going through something like that with everyone watching you, right?
Hmm.
It's embarrassing,
Hmm.
but yeah, I think keeping your dignity intact and keeping your composure is very important,
Hmm.
especially on the ramp. Yeah.
Very interesting and so nice insight from you that, holding on to the composure and also, carrying it with dignity and elegance. I think that
Yeah.
is what is seen because accidents can anyways happen. Even when we
Yeah.
drive, there are accidents that happen. When I was learning to
Yeah.
drive, I have banged my car so many times. But it
Yeah.
is not on purpose. It just happens. So
That's
so
what I'm
that's
saying. It's not on purpose. Yeah. It's not
yes.
on purpose ever. Yeah.
Yes, but just carrying it with the right way, with the right
Yeah.
thing is very important, I think. Wow, that's wonderful. Okay, so now let's do a small rapid fire round. So I will ask you six questions one by one.
Okay.
So you don't
Okay.
have to think much. Just the first thing that comes in your mind, you just have to say that. Okay?
Okay.
So we'll
I'm
start
just
now.
saying hi to Urmila quickly. Hi, Urmila. So nice. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Jyotika, again. Thank you. Huh. Yeah.
Okay. So the first question is, what is the best thing that happened to you on stage?
I think when I usually do a showstopper and when I think people clap, I think that's a great moment for me and for anyone, for any, model who's passionate about modeling. I think it's quite a moment. And it's not just about when you're doing a showstopper. It could also be in the middle of a show when it's so overwhelming for the audience that they clap for you. And I think that's a moment that all models wait for. I think it's overwhelming.
Wow. So what's your favorite beverage?
My favorite beverage, I oscillate between black tea, of course, and cappuccino. I go through phases. Sometimes it's one, sometimes the other.
Okay, okay. If you could teach one subject in school, what would that be?
History. I don't even have to think.
Oh,
I'm a history graduate. I've loved
yes,
history all my life. I still do. Yeah.
very interesting. What is something that you can't do, according to you?
Gymnastics, acrobatics. I wish I could. I love the way gymnasts perform. I love the way acrobats perform. I wish I could do even a quarter of what they do, but I can't.
Okay. What does creativity mean to you?
Creativity. I think creativity is different for different people. Something that
Hmm.
you create in terms of not just an object, but like I say, if you create a path for yourself, if you create
Hmm.
a piece of art, whether you create, a profession for yourself, something unprecedented, a piece of writing. So all of this, I think, is creativity as long as it comes from deep inside you and which is not
Hmm.
something that you're following,
Wow.
but it's you.
Wow. I really loved your answer. What's your most memorable ramp walk?
Memorable ramp walk. Um, One is difficult. There's so many. I think that ramp walk where it's not because of a good reason, but the walk where my shoe came off in the middle of the, I think, walk is memorable.
Hmm.
Because, yeah, it was unnerving.
But you managed it in the
Uh,
right way. But you managed in
yes.
the right way.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's
That's
why it's
that's that's
memorable.
wonderful.
And the audience clapped for me, and it was
Yes.
where I was grateful and thankful. I'm grateful for those moments. Yeah.
Wonderful. This is really wonderful. Okay, so let's come back to the regular questions again. So first
Okay.
of all, that many congratulations to you for being part of the short film Saving Chintu, which has been nominated for Oscar this year. We have also
Yeah.
witnessed that you have been very choosy while you pick up the roles in each of your projects. So what makes you opt for a specific role? We would like to know from you.
Okay. And before I answer this, I'm just saying hello to everyone. Hey, do you sometime remember Dulyajan? I remember Dulyajan all the time. I
Every
remember
time.
Dulyajan and I remember Narangi Guwahati. Dulyajan I've spent
Ooh,
about 3 years. In Narangi Guwahati I've spent many, many more years. So yeah,
wow.
so I remember both the places with a lot of fondness. Thank you. And I'm sending love to everyone. I think Urmila asked me something, and yeah, I have lots of love to you. Lots of love, all of you. Thank you, Suman and Jutika again. Thank you. So, so Saving Chintu was in the shortlist for the Oscars, and it was one of the few
Yes.
short films from India which was in the shortlist. And I'm very,
Yeah.
yeah, I feel very proud of that film. You know, I
You
feel
should
proud of
be.
the fact.
Absolutely, you should be
Yes.
proud. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. So I feel proud of these choices, you know, sometimes that, oh my God, I'm so thankful I made the right choice. Because I think we need to, as artists, we need to be part of projects which make a difference. Yes, there are a lot of, you know, projects where there is a commercial value. There are, you know,
Mm.
when you do different kinds of, there are all different kinds of projects, but you must always try to be part of projects once in a
Yes.
while, which make a difference, which, you know,
Yes.
tell a story, you know, which is,
Mm.
and this is a very important film in today's times, you know, and I've been an
Mm.
advocate for LGBTQIA plus,
Mm.
you know, rights.
Mm.
So, yeah, so that has been wonderful. I've been choosy about films. Well, see, like I had told you, I like to do things my way a little bit, right?
Mm.
So if there is something that I'd like to roll, the audition has happened, or both the parties, the makers and I, have agreed and are on the same page
Mm.
about a lot of things, then I do the part. If there is something that, you know, for a long period I've not got a good offer, then I don't do it, you know.
Mm.
So it has technically been that I don't want to do anything and everything. I think this is just me, you know, this is just me. I'm not saying
Mm.
whether it's good or
Mm.
bad, but it's just me.
Mm.
I like to do things a certain way, and it's not always like, oh, you know, I'm trying to have an attitude and say, oh, I'm choosing. No, it's not about that. I just want
Mm.
things to, everything to
To
fall
be
into
your way.
place when
Mm.
I'm doing something, you know.
Mm.
Yeah, and like I say, the digital world has been great in so many ways. Like between last year after the lockdown to this year before the lockdown, I shot for
Mm.
4 projects and I liked all of them. So, so yeah,
Yes.
sometimes I'll be very busy, sometimes I'll be very free, I think. So that's how it's going to be.
It's absolutely right, and it's a good way that we choose our own projects the way you want. So that is important.
Yeah.
And as per yeah, as per you said, I believe that you want to pick a project which has a story which you like your way. That's correct. If I have picked up.
Yeah, so both, say the makers and me,
Hmm.
both parties have to
Same
be on the
page.
same page.
Same
You know what
page.
I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Got it.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's very important for me. Otherwise, how will
Hmm.
you work? You will never be able to give a
True.
great performance. You know, you'll never be
True.
able to give 100%. So, yeah, so these things have always been important and foremost for me.
Wow, this is very interesting. Okay, so we have seen you in your first Assamese feature film, Khoikhobote Dhemalite. So, do you
Yes.
have any future plans or any contributions which you have planned for the Assamese cinema?
Okay, so here's the thing. Khoikhobote Dhemalita again is so close to my heart and so special and forever remain. I was waiting to do. So many people kept asking me before Khoikhobote Dhemalita, when are you doing an Assamese film? Finally, you know, it is directed by National Award winner Vidyut Kotuki.
Hmm.
Vidyut is a very good filmmaker. I mean, he's very
Yes.
simple. He's you know, he's horol বুলি কয় নহয়. We
Yeah.
say you're so, yeah,
Yes.
in Assamese
Simple.
we say
Yeah.
you're, yeah, he's simple and he tells his stories beautifully, and this is almost semi autobiographical for him, you know.
Hmm.
And it was a great opportunity for me to, I was completely different in that film. Nobody had seen me like that before. You know, the character I had played, and
Hmm.
these things were very important. If I was to do my first Assamese film, I wanted to do something completely which, you know, was
Hmm.
different from what people have seen me before.
Hmm.
Victor Sir was on the film, Victor Banerjee, you know.
Yes.
I had one scene with him, I think, in My Brother Nikhil, and I met him after so many years. And he's so passionate about Assam. It's beautiful to hear him talk about Assam, and about his blind school. So that Khoi Khopate Dhamalite is something. I think it was not just about the film, it's about the entire experience. Me, it was like homecoming for me. And I won an international award for it for the first
Yes,
time as best actress.
yes.
So all of these things I keep adding to the pride I feel as being an Assamese.
Hmm.
For future plans, yes, I'm reading scripts. I'm reading a couple of Assamese
Oh,
scripts.
wow.
So I'm
Very
hoping I
interesting.
can find, yes, I'm hoping I can finalize something. I really am. Because I want to do. I want to do Assamese films. Why wouldn't I want to do Assamese films? I would love to. So yes, but I am also just how I'm particular about my roles in say
Hmm.
in Hindi cinema or in the digital platforms. I'm particular about my roles in any language, and that stands true for even Assamese films. So the
Yes.
part and the film has to make sense to me. And I'm
Hmm.
reading a couple of scripts, and I'm really hoping I can finalize something very soon.
Wow. We really want you to see in Assamese films as well. This
I
will be
would
really
love
great to
to.
see you.
Yeah, and you also know that we shot a first Hindi film entirely shot in Assam, Pepper Chicken. So we
Yes,
shot
yes,
it in,
yes. Which got
yeah.
recently released. Yes, 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 yes.
So it's
Okay.
available. Yeah, it's available
Yes,
on
yes.
Geo Cinema and everything if you like. Yeah,
Yes. So coming to Pepper Chicken, I think you were the co-producer in that movie. So which again
that's
it
right.
was in the OTT platform, yeah, and it did quite good.
Yeah,
It really did quite good. Yes. So please share
it's
some
different.
light
Yeah.
on, yeah. So please share how was your journey was a co-producer this time,
So,
apart from
oh
being an
God,
actress.
being a, oh God, it's a different ball game altogether. being a, yeah, being a, I'm happier being an actor than a producer because producing comes with, and I have had such close friends who have been in production, and they used to always tell me it is a thankless job, never do it. But for me, my love for Assam has made me actually, we turn, myself and my partner, we turned producer for
Hmm.
our love for the Northeast. Actually, our company is called
Oh,
Northeast Film Studio.
oh,
So we, in some way or the other, want to project Northeast, in the
hmm,
mainstream, sort of, not just
hmm,
maybe shoot Assamese films there, but also do other stuff so that it opens up to more people. So we said, I was of course co-producer in this. So Zamanda was the main
hmm,
producer. So
hmm,
we have started small so that not too much was on us this time. But going forward, I think we will have to take more responsibility. So
hmm.
this we shot in Sandubi, and I think some
Hmm.
people. It is an amazing thriller. It is
Yes,
an
I have
amazing.
watched
I
it.
mean,
Yeah,
oh, thank you.
yes,
I mean, of course,
yes, I
I
have
had
watched it.
fun.
Yeah,
Thank you. I had fun shooting for it. It is a two people story. It is a one night
yes,
story. It is a psychological thriller. Yes, a lot of
yes.
people had a lot of questions about it, which is, I think, what we wanted, because a lot of psychological thrillers, you're not supposed to answer everything. So that is how the makers wanted to keep it. Ratan, who directed it, he was also
Hmm,
wonderful. I think I was working with him for the first time. Bolaram
hmm.
is such a brilliant
Yes,
actor. I mean, how can
yeah,
you not
yeah,
have
true,
fun, right? So,
true.
yeah, it was a great experience. I'm so happy we managed to make an entire Hindi film, which is shot completely in the jungles of Assam. And I really hope we can do more, more stuff like this.
Yeah.
Really,
Wow, I'm sure you'll be doing more stuff like this as a producer and an actress. This is very
I hope.
interesting and very inspiring as well, you know.
Thank you.
Okay, so so you have been the brand face for Brugge watches and jewelry for 5 years, and you have also been endorsed with Garnier, Nivea, and Dettol soap. So, according to you, how important is brand endorsement for an artist? and how does it uplift one's career?
So here's the thing about brand endorsements. Now, I have done most of my brand endorsements as a model, as a top model, as a,
Hmm.
of the country. And after as an actor also, then I started doing brand endorsements in a different space, whatever brand
Hmm.
promotions and stuff like that. I think it's an extension of the fact that you're in a certain space and you're a public figure, and you can make a difference by endorsing products that you actually believe in, right? It's not
Hmm.
about, yeah, yeah. I'm still doing my life. Sorry, my husband is asking me something in the middle of my life. Sorry. So, so, so I'm saying, but see, like you will never see me endorse fairness creams. You will never, because that is not something I believe in. There are a lot of other actors also who refuse it. It's not about the check you're getting. It's not, because it is something you don't believe in. I don't want to
Hmm.
be associated, because I don't believe beauty is about fairness. I don't. And today,
Hmm.
when a very big brand drops a part of their name from their brand, I
Hmm.
feel in a small way I have contributed to it by refusing. I remember
Hmm.
in the beginning of my
Hmm.
career, I had said no to that ad campaign, and that was the only
Hmm.
cream at that time. I think it was a very big brand, and they
Hmm.
actually looked at me and they said that, like, I remember one of them looking at me and saying, "You are new, aren't you? Who are you to say no?" Like, they were offended. And I was like, "No, sir, I don't think I am anyone, but I just don't believe in this." So please
Hmm.
forgive me. So this was a stand I took right at the beginning. So I think endorsements also have to come with a little bit of responsibility. It is an
Hmm.
extension of you, and honestly, it is about, sometimes you probably get paid more than your films or your digital,
Hmm. Hmm.
shows also, because it's one day's work. And it's advertising has always had more money. But I'm saying, when you
Hmm.
keep that aside, I think as actors, if we're not responsible, then how are we, making any difference really?
Hmm.
Because people watch you now. If Ranbir Kapoor is endorsing something, people are believing him. So, if you're responsible about it, then I
Yes.
think it makes a difference. Otherwise, it's just a paycheck, you know.
True. Very true.
Yeah.
It's so true. You have to choose the brand and something which you really believe. And I really salute you that in the beginning of your career you had said no to
Yeah.
something, because saying no is equally important as saying yes for something. Because no is
Yeah, it
really
was.
a very important thing.
Thank you. Don't want, please, I can't believe, I don't believe in this. And I'm saying, okay, you
Hmm.
know what, you have to stand for certain things,
Hmm.
you don't believe in alcohol, don't do an alcohol ad, you
Yes.
shouldn't,
Yeah.
so
Yes.
it depends. Yeah, it just stay true to yourself. That's what it is.
Wonderful. Yeah, really, really loved all your answers. So we are coming towards the end of the interview because we have sadly
Ah,
the time constraint.
yes,
So,
yes,
so,
absolutely.
so any message for our audience and also the aspiring models and the actresses for everyone?
Okay, for everyone, I'm saying, for audiences, for anyone who's aspiring to do anything actually in life, it's not just about modeling. For anything, stay patient and stay
Hmm.
consistent and focused. It's very, I really believe it's important. And trust me, when things take time, it stays longer. So let things take
Hmm.
time. It is more permanent. It's all right. It takes,
True.
I know we live in an age where, everything is so fast, but it's all right to take your time, spend time with yourself, meditate a little. Yeah, and I would really insist that we must always have kindness within us. It's just for
Yes.
ourselves. It makes a
Hmm.
better world. If you're sensitive, if you're kind, don't let
Hmm.
all these things change. It's a good thing when you're kind and sensitive. Don't think that, oh, I have to change my sensitive side and become harsh. No,
Hmm.
it has nothing, changing yourself from inside. If you have good traits in you, that is only going to make it worse for you. If these are
Hmm.
good things, kindness and sensitivity. So yeah, please, they make you stronger, in fact. Kind and
Hmm.
sensitive people are stronger. Please never forget that.
Yes, wow, this is wonderful, yeah. So last, any message for Bollywood Couch?
Any message for Bollywood Couch? Thank you guys. It was so much fun, and we have been talking about having this live for such a long time. So it was lovely
Yes,
meeting you, Hianu. Thank you, Jutika, and I wish Bollywood Couch all the very best. And I hope
thank
you
you.
shine and sparkle always. And lots of success
Wow.
to you.
Wow, thank you so much. This is really wonderful,
Thank
and I really enjoyed the live, and I can see all the audiences, the hearts were all up. So I'm sure there were a lot of
Ah,
questions also. So people are
so
demanding you to
lovely.
sing a song.
Oh my God! Today also.
So maybe
Iya
we
sing
can have
agam
a
ya.
small line, yeah. Yeah. In
Ah,
Assamese, there are people asking for in sing a song in
I
Assamese. So if you really opt for, yeah. We don't have much time, maybe 4 minutes we have, but we can certainly hear you sing a
ha
song, please.
I know. I'm thinking what to sing. Okay, I will try to sing. I'll try to sing. Okay. Hmm.
Sure.
Ki asle gan too. If I forget, please forgive me. Yeah, I'm trying to sing this song. Uh, মোর মিনতি তরা হয় যদি তোমার আকাশ শুভ মোরে গান যদি সুর হয় তোমার মনত রব
Wow. So nice. Amazing. I am sure you
I
can become a
love
singer as
this
well.
song.
Yes, I too love this song. It's so close to heart. It's so much. You're
Thank-
saying I had all the
I
goosebumps. I love this song too. It is such a beautiful
I
song, and
love
you
this
sang it
song.
so
And I
nicely.
love his voice. I love his voice.
Yes,
I get tears
same.
in my eyes sometimes.
Yes.
I love. So beautiful. Thank you.
Wow,
Thank
this
you.
is amazing. This is wonderful. We really enjoyed you, talking with you, knowing so much about you. And I really
Yes.
hope we meet sometime soon. But before we just
Same.
conclude the session, yeah. So this show is actually been associated with some brands, and some of the brands were, sponsoring the show. So we'd like to say thanks to all our associates once again. Our style partner Deval Jewels, makeup and hair partner Dishanu Bora, beauty partner Vedi, accessories partner Truly Mittala, community partner We, and food partner Indie Fair. So,
Lovely.
Dipannita, it was lovely to have you with us. We really enjoyed it. Now, because of this time constraint, we have to, stop the
Yes.
interview here.
Yes.
But it was really wonderful to have you. We wish you all the best. And we really want to
Thank
see
you.
you more and more on the screen, and more success to you. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you so
being
much.
with us.
This
Yes.
was wonderful,
Thank you.
Hianu.
Yes.
Fantastic. And lots of love to everyone who joined us, and to you and Jutika and everyone else. And Urmila.
Yes. Thank you
Lots
so
of
much.
love.
And thank you everyone for joining us live. Thank you so much, Dipanita. Have a great evening. Bye bye.
You too. Bye bye. See
Thank
you.
you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.